Okay. We are live. What is going on? What's happening? Salute to the tribe. You guys, I got one from Cosmic Verse real quick before I go for this walk and then to the gym. These women out here have forced masculine men to be done and have ruined dating while still asking for men to give them another chance. You guys smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, set notification bell, drop a comment for the algorithm. No further ado, let's go.
Here's the best piece of divorce advice I've ever heard. Your life is bigger than one man.
Stop begging for the bare minimum. He got you flowers? That's normal. He texted you back? That's normal.
Online dating sucks. Okay? It sucks.
Stop letting men give you the bare minimum. You are the one setting the...
Modern women don't appreciate anything. It's mainly the reason men are avoiding them.
I'm 40 years old, and I feel like dating is 8 zillion times worse than like high school.
The more I start to talk to these guys, the more I start to realize that maybe my ex wasn't so bad after all.
Regret
Loser.
always comes to those who let something good get away. It's unavoidable. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our
Hey,
work.
guys,
Thank
subscribe.
you.
But it's no wonder that men just want to new women. No wonder. When they get their heart crushed, they just say it's not worth it anymore. Because the one that you have will eventually become unhappy unless she makes some decisions. They all will get unhappy. Every last one of them.
I agree.
Okay. You got me there.
First rule of dating, if you ask her out, you're paying. If she wants to split the bill and that's important to her, that's fine, but you need to be fully prepared to pay and pay in full with tip. Do you agree?
Listen, ladies, I'm going to say this one time and one time only, and I'm going to hold your hand while I say it. But stop settling for the bare minimum. Stop it. In case you don't have a friend like me to tell you, stop settling for the bare minimum.
Here's the best piece of divorce advice I've ever heard. Your life is bigger than one man. Let's extend it. Your life is bigger than one relationship. Take pictures of any financial documents that belong to your spouse. But then you're also going to most likely want a therapist. You're going to need a divorce lawyer, and in some cases, even a forensic accountant. So you're going to want to make sure you have a pocket of money on the side so that you can do this potentially without your spouse finding out. Did you know that divorce can be good for your kids?
You need help.
The best advice for men in this day and age to get is to not get married in the West.
Yep.
When we have women giving advice like this to other women, it is the best move a man can make. Modern women don't understand the meaning of marriage. Many of them see it as a temporary arrangement, a financial safety net, or a status symbol, rather than a lifelong commitment. Women are now being encouraged to prioritize themselves above everything, including their families. They are advised to never settle, always have a backup plan, and leave if they're not happy, even if it means destroying a marriage. Listen to this woman. She said divorce is good for your kids. This is the level of delusion we're dealing with today. Instead of prioritizing stability, commitment, and the well-being of children, modern women are now justifying broken homes as a positive thing. They have convinced themselves that their personal happiness is more important than the emotional and psychological damage their kids will experience from a fractured family.
I think a lot of women, they feel like if the guy pays for the date, it means that they're trying to invest in them, which is not true, right? But what's true is, well, in my opinion, what's true is if a man doesn't pay for the first date, I don't think the person is interested in you. Of course, there are like other exceptions. So I'm saying like, even if the guy pays for you, it doesn't mean he's interested. But if the guy doesn't even pay for the first date, for sure, most likely he's not interested. That's my take on it.
We're not doing the bare minimum this year. It's bad enough that we did it last year. We're not doing it this year.
I'm 40 years old, and I feel like dating is 8 zillion times worse than like high school or like my 20s. And let me tell you something, dating in my 20s was a disaster. It was horrible. men were awful. Boys were awful. And this is so much worse. It is so much worse. What happened to you guys between, 18 and 40? Like, I mean, I don't understand.
I just love how women are always blaming men. Like it's men's fault no matter what. It doesn't matter if they're single, divorced, unhappy in a relationship, or struggling to find a man. It's always men who are the problem. But the truth is, men haven't changed. They've only adapted because a lot of women out there have changed drastically. A lot of women in their 40s right now are struggling, trying to find a good man. But those men aren't interested. They aren't entertaining the same women who spent their prime years chasing the wrong men, living the independent boss babe lifestyle, or treating relationships as disposable. These women thought they could put love on the back burner, focus on themselves, and still have high-value men waiting for them when they were ready. So again, men didn't change. They simply adapted. Women like to say that men are different now, but that's not true. The difference is that men have woken up to the reality of modern dating.
Absolutely.
So as some know, my now ex-fiance and I split up several weeks ago. So I decided to get out there and start talking to different guys. And the more I start to talk to these guys, the more I start to realize that maybe my ex wasn't so bad after all. Is this what it's like to date in 2025? Because honestly, I'm not built for this.
Where are they? Where are all the 40-year-old men? Bit of grey, good job, bit of a dad bod. Where are they? Because they're not fucking here, are they? No. Do you know what is here?
Laying in bed alone. I told you.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more
laying in bed, crying themselves to sleep at night. I told you, man.
More appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women relatively. You at least felt like a human being around them. You know, you at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that
not any point of self-reflection, just consistently blaming men for everything, scouring the internet to find someone else to blame, because men don't want this trash type of modern woman who just runs her mouth and doesn't really have anything to show for it. Nothing better than any other woman that don't run her mouth, right? So gotta blame someone. It's gotta be somebody to blame. Gotta find podcasters. These people, man. How do you do it? Gentlemen, in the comments, let me know, how do you deal with these women? How are you dating them? How are you doing it? I myself got my passport and will be leaving soon, but how are you guys doing it? Please tell me. I took 2 years off from dating completely. Been celibate till I get overseas. I couldn't deal with it, man. The dating games, this woman's doing gaslighting, mental manipulation, telling us about times when things were great, as if she's not like 22 or 23, like she would really know. You know what I'm saying? Like just saying stuff to make herself feel better because she can't find the kind of man that she wants, because the kind of man that she wants would never go nowhere near some leftover, talk too much female like this.
That I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been like trying to date guys who
Hold up. No one asked you to give it a chance. Heifer, no one asked you to give it a chance. Give it a break and take a hiatus for as long as you need to and just shut the fuck up. No one who was like, hey, come back to dating, please. No one. This is babbling circle talk. It's yapping nonsense. I feel dumber listening to it. And I've also, kind of brought y'all into this. But listen, man, this is what we're talking about. This shit is stupid. I'm just going to be real. And it's goofy.
We're not, my typical type. Yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact,
grace us with your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Is a girl to do? Give up?
I believe men respect women who respect themselves. A woman who carries herself with dignity.
Give up. Shit. Go to other women. What do you want? She wants some kind of participation trophy or something. Man, shut the hell up, man. Y'all are some losers. You guys smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go.
Loyalty and genuine femininity will always be valued by men. But in today's world, where social media glorifies attention-seeking behavior, promiscuity, and entitlement, many modern women
give a shout out to the wolf pack over here. I didn't know y'all. Notice y'all was over here in the shorts feed on this side of the house. What's going on, Matt? What's good, James? What's happening? I can't highlight stuff over here. What's going on? I can't highlight nothing over here in OBX or OBS, whatever you call it. That's garbage. Let's see what we got. Yeah, man, got to get that plane, man. Yeah, Pookie and Ray hitting that exactly, man. Now remember, we don't really hate on Pookie and Ray over here because we don't want to sound like those hating ass content creators, right? We just acknowledge the fact that these women go for guys that don't have things going for them. But those guys, we have to acknowledge the game that they're able to play to get what they need to get. You know, competition is competition.